Welcome back to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devin.
I'm Brittany.
I'm like very tired today. Like I have extremely low energy. Just
Oh
so we're all
no.
aware.
Is it like your period cycle or?
No, I just like have been staying up because after I got out of my
Oh.
corporate routine, I was like, I'm just gonna live my own schedule. So I've been staying up later, sleeping in later, working later.
No rules.
No rules.
Just Maggie's world. I like to have a tiny bit of structure, but just because it like helps keep me on track. But at the same time, like you're saying, like you kind of enjoy the flexibility of doing what you need to.
Yeah.
Seriously, I have underestimated just like how much the sunshine here like impacts me. Like in Chicago, it was just so gloomy. Like you would just like pray for the day that you would see the sun. Like my dad's in Toronto right now, and he said over the past like 10 days, I think he said he saw the sun once.
Jeez.
And it's like it's just not. I just
this
can't
is why I'm
imagine that
depressed
anymore.
every winter.
Yeah, I would be so depressed.
Yeah.
And I
It
should
makes
take
such a massive
vitamin
difference.
D, but I just don't. Like, there's definitely things you can do to help it. Get one of those, like, lamp things.
Yeah, Caroline has one of those. What is it? Like
Yeah.
a happy lamp or something?
Yeah, I think there's, like, a bunch of different brands. I don't know if that's, like, the brand name is Happy Lamp or, like, if that's what they're called.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what she just calls it.
Maybe.
They should brand it. They should
She's
just
like, it's
brand
my Happy
it.
Lamp. That's funny.
It would make a difference.
But, like, ain't nobody got time to just sit in front of a light. Maybe you could, like, meditate, multitask or something.
Yeah. Well, could you, like, have it on, like, while you're working?
Oh.
Probably.
That's what I would do just to, like, simulate my house being bright. Because I just hate when my house is dark all the time.
Same.
My house is always dark. Like, the worst lighting.
Do you have, like, a bunch of lamps in your room? In your, like, office room?
I have one lamp. And I have
should
this
get some,
window
like,
and then fucking
big
boob
lamps.
lights.
You could get a bunch of, like, big industrial, like, photo shoot lights and put them outside your windows. And turn them on so
But
it's like the sun's coming in.
I'm in the loft, so I don't have windows. The window right behind me is the only window that there is. Like,
well,
I'm,
when
like,
you're in the other rooms.
Yeah. Good plan.
Yeah.
I'll just get some giant lighting.
Or even just, like, a few more lights in that office.
Yeah, I should.
I literally just keep my ring light on in my office when it's dark. Just because I like it being bright.
I don't love that harsh lighting. Like, I don't like white light. Like,
I'll, like,
I like
point it to a different
cozy
wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could point it, like, up to the ceiling and, like, have it reflect off.
So then it's, like, a pretend sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You could also get, like, a big mirror, too, for the area. And then that could also help, like, reflect the light off.
Ooh. That'd be cute too. I'm trying just to not get anything for my office or any home things until we move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
I wonder if you
crazy.
could search Facebook Marketplace for like something cheap.
Yeah.
Jenna Palak is like a Facebook Marketplace like fiend.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, she really is.
I'm like, I just don't know. Maybe it's like my lack of patience.
Yeah, you have to be patient.
Yeah.
And you can like turn on things to like be notified when certain things get posted and whatnot, so you're not like constantly looking at it.
Yeah. There was this travertine table that I was like obsessed with.
What is that?
It's like, apparently they have a lot of it in Arizona. I don't know if it's like
people use it a lot in their backyards.
Yeah.
It's like a whitish like material, like
it's a stone. It kind of
stone.
like is a stone.
Oh, yeah,
and it's
like pretty.
It's really, really pretty, and it's kind of like what I want to go for is kind of like this French, Italian, clean, modern look. And because we have like a cream couch in our living room now, and I think it would be so perfect, and it was like the perfect size, but it had like a scratch through it, so I was like 50-50 on if I like actually wanted it. And then the deal fell through for somebody else, so she dropped the price like super low.
Oh, heck
and
yeah.
then I just never ended up picking it up.
Yeah.
But now I just think about it all the time. I'm like, and everything else travertine, like I've looked online and like eBay and everything, it's like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Wow. I totally picture your house that way though, like an Italian villa. Like
I just like love how
Slash
clean it looks, but I
spa.
love
Slash ski chalet.
Yeah. An
Did
Italian
you
ski chalet.
Dev, did you send me the video where it was like the girl in a robe with
That was
sunglasses
me.
and champagne? Oh yeah, Maggie. You sent it.
Wait, but did you say
It
so
was-
many other people sent it to you too?
Yes, I like. There's at least like 5 or 6 other people that I was like, oh my god, they're like, this is you.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
at
know if
first
it's
I was
this-
like, she's skiing, and then I was like, and she has a drink, and she's in a robe with a
It's like, this is all me.
Last year I saw someone do it with a laptop, and that was funny too.
I recall that
That's
one.
really funny. I don't know what mountain I'd feel comfortable doing that on. Maybe I would do
Yeah.
it. Maybe I'd do it in Big Sky.
I could
Chelsea
never.
Handler always skis naked
I
on
was
her
literally
birthday.
just gonna say that. Like,
Seriously,
titties
where
out.
does she do it?
Whistler?
Do they not catch her, or do
I
they not
don't
like
know.
tell her anything?
I don't know.
Maybe
Probably
people
not.
just don't care.
Oh my god,
Also,
there
you're
was a
skiing
girl.
by, you just go real quick by them.
Yeah, she just does it for like a video or something.
That's so funny. There was a girl on like Influencers in the Wild that was like taking down her pants at like the top of the mountain. And it was like the video is like the ski patrol or like the mountain host like going over to her and be like, ma'am, you cannot do
Like,
this. Like
nude?
there are family, like it was like her ass is just out like in a thong. Like
What?
Oh,
and
she
just
was
it was,
probably
like,
trying to ski
at the-
naked too.
No, she was like posing for pictures. She like pulled down her
Oh.
pants, like she got to the top of the chairlift and like pulled down her pants and was just like doing, you know, like one of those poses where she's like turning around like with the mountains behind and everything. It's just like all for it, but just don't do it at the top of the mountain.
I feel like if a man
the
was
top of
doing
the
that, it
chairlift.
wouldn't be a big deal.
If he pulled his penis
don't
out,
know.
yeah.
No,
it would
like
be.
just a butt.
Oh,
Like
no.
if a
Yeah,
man was
so
like mooning their
unfortunate.
butt. Like my brother does that all the time. But like if a girl does it,
Really?
it's like that's inappropriate.
You know why? Because boys sexualize girls' butts, and we ain't sexualizing boys' butts.
True.
Yeah. I feel like the location, like, because this was actually at like Big Sky. I feel like the location that they were at, like, it's such a busy spot that it was like they probably come over and talk to like anybody who is doing anything like wildly out there and inappropriate. But it was just goofy. People are so funny.
I know. People have freaking balls. Like I can't do anything in public for videos.
It's like even filming in like restaurants, I find myself like shying away, but I'm like,
I
but this is
know.
such a cute vibe, like especially like the entrances, you know, when they like when a restaurant or like cafe really does it up. And like I
Mhm.
just want to like capture this and not feel like weird about sharing it. And I want to like
Yeah.
share more of my favorite spots like that.
Or like when
But-
people vlog and they like film themselves ordering.
Mm-mm.
How oh my god, I don't know how people do
I
that.
can only do that like in the drive-through.
Yeah. And even like in the Starbucks drive-through, it scares me because they can
They
see
can see.
you. And I don't know if they would see my camera somewhere.
Yeah. Can you do it like in the car? I mean, you guys have both done it in the car before, right?
Yeah,
You
I'll
just,
put it
put it in
like
your cup
below the
holder?
window or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I get like, how do you kind of get that like I don't give a fuck energy about filming in
I
public?
have no idea.
That's like some of the things that JC's posted before. I'm like, how
Filming in
how did you-
Pilates.
Not even just that, but like her old stuff that she used to do, like her influencer like
Oh, like
photo
photos.
days.
Yeah.
It's interesting
Yeah.
because it's like there's a difference of like you feel comfortable posting it to even more people than you would when you're actually
so
in a
right.
public situation.
Because it's normal on social media behind the screen, but like it's not
Yeah.
normal.
But
In
also, you
public.
probably get more people commenting on it negatively online. Like nobody's gonna say something to you in person. Or if they
I
do,
feel
like
it's crazy.
For
But
me,
it's-
it's like the judgmental faces or like
Yeah, the face-to-face confrontation or whatever.
Yeah. Like I don't even like if I do a hotel collab or something, like I don't like filming in front of the people like in the
Yes.
lobbies and stuff. Like I don't like that.
I know.
That's another place I totally forgot too. Like we were trying to get content for. We really want to work with I'm blanking on the name of it. But anyways, we want to work with this like hotel chain. And we were trying to get content like when we were in Steamboat. And it was just like there were so many people and it was just like how do we
Yeah.
do this in a way that just like feels okay? And it was like,
And it's like you almost want to tell people like, I'm shooting the hotel for them, like,
Mhm.
or like
Yeah.
it feels so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But we didn't even like do the collab. We were like getting content so we could pitch them.
Yeah.
And so like it wasn't even like I could
That's
be like,
very
oh, I'm
hard.
supposed to be doing this. Like it's like
Yeah.
I'm just doing this purely for
Oh
me.
yeah, or like when I had to film in McDonald's, me and Cameron were
Oh, yeah.
terrified.
Okay, wait. Can we like talk about your McDonald's partnership? I feel like we've talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I
But
probably just can't say like exact
yeah.
money.
So like how did you go about that when you were like in the restaurant? Like how did you ask them about like, hey, we're doing this, like can you not like put the cheese halfway off the bun?
I know. Thankfully there was only like 2 other people in the restaurant, so it's just the employees, and it's like a very clean, like nice McDonald's. So I just was like, we ordered it on the screen thing where you can order it, not to the actual person. But we had to order like 10 burgers and like multiple fries, and it was just the 2 of us. So then I went up to him and told him. Then we kept ordering more things because then I was like, okay, I want nuggets, and then I was like, okay, I want a sundae.
That is so funny.
Gosh.
Did you just have to order that many burgers for like the visual of it?
Yeah.
Or did they tell
wanted
you
one
like
of each
specifically they
kind.
wanted?
Yeah, like because there's like a quarter pounder with cheese, there's like a quarter pounder without cheese, there's like I don't know, there was a bunch of different kinds.
Interesting.
And they wanted you to do each of them?
Yeah, but then we and we gave them to the homeless people afterwards.
That's nice. I don't remember like specifically seeing you show all the different kinds of burgers.
Well, because they wanted pictures of all the burgers, but then they didn't want us to look like we were eating all of them. So the pictures had to be like separate for my story, but like in the video, we couldn't have multiple burgers where it looked like we were over consuming. It was very strict.
So specific. Is like this is the sort of shit that like I don't think people think about. No. Like when they look at like our influencer campaigns and stuff. And also this is kind of like the fake mascara thing. Like or the fake eyelash thing. It's like so you had to order all these burgers, but you didn't eat them, but you weren't allowed to like show them in like the video content that was going to be published.
Yeah, and then the dogs could be in it, but the dogs couldn't be around the food, and they couldn't show the drive-through. Like there's so many details.
Yeah, like your audience worries about you being authentic and telling the truth, but when you do a brand partnership, even if it's with a brand that you love like McDonald's, there's still guidelines that it can't be authentic, honestly, in that moment.
Yeah.
I think the best partnerships like are the ones where they give you a few ideas, and I like when they give you just like a do's and don'ts list, but they really like let you come up with it and you guys can come up with it together. Like we're doing one with a new brand, and you know my like where I'm challenging myself to like take more photo shoots and like more video shoots and stuff. And so I've done like the kind of like before scenes, like how I'm coming up with like the ideas or like showing myself shooting the photos and then like the afters of them. And they've done like pretty well so far. And so I pitched that same concept to the brand, and I pitched them like a couple other ideas, but they really liked that one. So now I'm gonna like repeat that process. And it was like really fun to be able to come up with that together. And we're on the same page that like I'm not trying to get conversions with this. It's just going to be like a brand awareness thing for the brand. And I think it's going to be really cute because it's like showing the brand but like very indirectly and like organically in a way that we've like already done it.
My managers have a term for that with like just kind of showing the product but not like making the whole thing about it. They like made their own term for it, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I find that very interesting because I feel like brands should do that more, but then it's like I always feel weird like I want to offer that, and I do offer that sometimes, but then I'm like should like when it comes to charging and stuff, like if it's not a full dedicated video or like say you're doing a full morning routine or something and you're like featuring one brand but you're also talking about these other things you do.
But I feel like that's way more effective because your audience
it is.
They're not going to be like, "Oh, you're just trying to sell me something." You're like showing your morning routine with your favorite skincare products, but you're not like, and I love this serum because it blah 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 blah. Like nobody cares about that.
Yeah. But that works better organically, but not like then the brand couldn't use that as much.
Yeah.
And most brands
use it organically
don't.
too, but
yeah,
they probably wouldn't run like an ad for conversions and stuff. But I almost feel like with some of those things, it's if you can figure out like your proven process for it, like Dev, like with your like I'm spending weekends alone, like you could arguably charge like a couple thousand more dollars per video because now you have like a proven formula. And you're like, on average, these are getting like 200,000, 500,000 views. And like, so I think that those are like good to figure out what works for your audience the best. And then you can like charge a lot more for it, even though it might just feel like an organic video.
I love that. You should definitely
it's like you're paying for a spot in my Super Bowl ad, like you're paying for a spot in this highly valued video that everybody watches and likes. And
that's what I did last year with my happiness month. Like I tried my best to like integrate certain brands, and then I charged a little bit more. Because it like fit in with the whole series. That's a really good idea for you to do, Dev. Good job, Britt.
Yeah, if your manager haven't pitched, let us know. that angle. I know they've pitched a lot of other stuff. If they haven't pitched that angle yet.
Well, like the nice thing whenever I do brand partnerships, my managers make it so that I don't have to like get the concept approved usually. Like it's usually my creative freedom when I work with a brand. I get to do whatever I know my audience likes. So that's nice. So I definitely will use that. Nice. Yeah.
I feel like it's such a 50-50 for like brands. Like some of my brands that we work with, like they are so like you need to almost follow this exact script. And other ones are like, we don't care.
I've never gotten that. Like I don't think I've only had to like give a exact concept like maybe once or twice. Like
really
more like for this one with Native Pet or whatever, it's promoting Chewy, so like I had to do it like promoting that specific deal, but like it could have been any concept that I wanted.
Yeah.
So you get like,
but you didn't have to like submit the like overview first?
No, I've literally done that maybe once. Or like I do.
And you don't get a lot of like revisions from them?
No, just about it being shorter.
I think like I guess depending on everyone's level of experience, I feel like submitting a concept beforehand is like a generally good practice, so you can like reduce the number of revisions.
For sure. I think
it makes me feel more confident.
Yeah, like with like Native Pet or Plaque Off or things like where I know that they've liked my previous videos and like they feel more confident with it. Like if like when I'm pitching people, then I usually give them my ideas that I would have had initially.
Yeah. I like that.
So anyways, today we're going to be talking about our lives as content creators, talking about like how our process as influencers has updated over the past year and our mindsets. We talk about our mindsets in social media a lot, like all the time, but I guess just giving an update and talking about what's in and what's out in terms of content creation. On that topic, do either of you have anything like exciting that you're like any exciting feelings towards social media currently?
I have one exciting update.
Okay. What is it?
I'm speaking on a panel. My first
panel. I was literally going to ask you if you got an update on that.
Yes. And I'm getting paid for it.
Oh, hell yeah.
I am just like, holy fuck. I can't believe this is going to happen.
That is like genuine.
Are you allowed to say what panel or what you're talking about specifically or anything?
Yes. So, and I'll like share more about this too, like once the invitation comes. So like anybody who's going to be in Austin for South by Southwest, it's a panel with Pet Honesty.
Wait, should we go?
Oh my god.
If you guys want to.
Wait, when is it?
It's March 13th is like the actual speaking day.
Why is everything in March?
But I'm going to be there from March 10th to the 15th.
That is so exciting, Brittany.
I wish we could all go.
Like maybe like the most exciting thing.
I'm just like, and I adore the Pet Honesty team. Like this is where I've talked a lot about like becoming like a teammate with brands and like working together, and it's not like me versus them. And I've never felt so excited to like partner with somebody because they are just genuinely incredible people. And it was like the most easy like negotiation, like conversation, and then we like got to come up with ideas together. So I'm going to be talking kind of from the like the manager perspective in terms of landing brand deals, and then like from the education perspective of like working dog mama, like things I've seen, like ways to kind of become a better pet influencer, like
that's so cool. Is like
that is awesome.
Does someone like host the panel and then there's going to be multiple of you on stage and like it's kind of like an open asking questions type thing?
Yeah, so there's going to be one of the people from Pet Honesty is going to like what is it called? Moderate the panel, I guess.
Moderator.
Yeah. And then Melanie from Her Boozy Tales is going to be speaking, as well as Maddie from My Boy Rudder. So,
wow.
And I think there's going to be, she said there's like one other or two other people, two sisters from like a local business that will also be talking.
Dang, what the heck? I want to go watch you.
I know, me too.
I know. You guys should come. Or W. I know like you're with your thing, Maggie, but the flight was super cheap.
I could fly straight from Austin to Arizona.
It would be fun. But yeah, I'm just like really excited. I didn't really like have speaking on stages per se as like a big goal, but I really like panel type conversations.
Yeah,
or like
it's less pressure.
Sharing things from my perspective in like a targeted group of people. If that makes sense.
Do they like give you the questions ahead of time? Like, how do you prepare for this?
So that's a very good question. I am definitely going to ask for the questions ahead of time, if they like allow, just to have like a few points on hand.
Yeah, because oh my god, I would like have brain farts and be like, I forgot what I was going to say. That happened to me when I did Caroline's podcast. I was like, I lost my train of thought and I have no idea what I was just talking about.
Yeah, I feel like with us doing the podcast, like it definitely has been helpful to like allow natural flow of conversation to mix in with like, here's a couple points I wanted to like just mention, and like find that balance. So I feel like this is very good preparation for the whole thing. But,
yeah, that is so exciting.
Yeah, and I love an excuse to go to Austin too, because I just fucking love Austin.
And it literally was 2 days after you were like, I want to do a speaking event. Like,
at Harvard. I don't know if you guys saw, like, Kim Kardashian and Tinks, like, went to Harvard and like, a bunch of other people. Well, they didn't, like, speak together, but, like, there was a bunch of, like, guest speakers that were at Harvard, and those were two of them.
Oh.
And I just, like, I was like, I didn't know that this was on my, like, list, my vision board for, like, future, but I'd love to speak at Harvard Business School.
What, like it's hard?
Yeah, exactly.
Elle Woods.
That's like such a gem of a movie.
I know.
That's like Jennifer Coolidge too, in that,
yes,
right? Her like OG days.
I'm taking the dog.
For like my 10th or 11th birthday, we went to the play, and it was so cute.
Oh, cute! In New York? Pink.
No, in Phoenix.
Oh,
or maybe it was in Tucson. It was not on Broadway.
Off Broadway.
Off production
of Legally Blonde. Very far
That's
west.
Like one thing, I never did that much in Chicago, and I kind of regret it. But
yeah, isn't Chicago like very poppin' for musical theater things?
Yeah,
and comedy too.
Yeah, I think we went to like one comedy thing, maybe. It was good.
Ooh, Chelsea Handler just announced her new tour, and she's coming here in April. Well, to Tacoma, which is kind of close.
Should I come?
But I want to go. Yeah.
Wait, when's the Tulip Festival? Maybe I could like line it up.
Yeah, you do have to plan that.
I don't know if I'm scared.
When is the Tulip Festival?
It's just like a photo op.
In when?
It's like it's May and April, so it's just like you'd have to try to time when the tulips are like. You don't want to go in the very beginning because then there's not like a lot, and you don't want to go at the end because then like they're kind of picked off. The lighting was just really bad. Like you can call and like ask them to come early in the morning for like a photography hour or something, and like you literally go at 4 or 5 a.m. But like by the time you go at like we went at like 7 a.m. and it was like too bright of lighting and shadows and stuff where the pictures just
you just need to go on a rainy day.
Yeah.
Or go. When was like there was a photographer I was like looking at hiring when Rosie was a puppy, but she was like, I love shooting at dusk and dawn, or like her favorite time periods to shoot at because the lighting is just really good. I guess.
It's more controlled because you never know what you're going to get throughout the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I always like with, I mean, I'm sure you have this with like Sadie, especially because she's so white. Like she has a lot more white spots on her. But like with Rosie, like, yeah, it like, what is it called? It like
washes her
out completely.
Yeah. Yeah, I always have that. Or
so
I
I have
take
to
a
be
picture
like, so
of both of them.
Water.
Like Finn's dark and Sadie's like, you can't even see her fur sometimes.
Yeah. That would be hard, especially like editing.
Willow's perfect, so
yeah, that makes things easy.
Willow is perfect.
Well, I feel like super excited about TikTok lately because my engagement is so much better. Like,
yay.
I don't know. I'm gonna be TikTok famous, guys.
TikTok. You are.
You are
and
TikTok famous, Devin. You have almost 1 million followers.
I know, but none of them watch my content. None of them see my content.
What would be like? What would make you?
I want consistent engagement.
What does that look like?
Consistent
what amount of
views
and comments is like would make you happy? Where you'd be like, I'm thriving.
Probably like at least 30,000 views on each video, and then like have videos that go more viral. But like right now, if I just posted a video of me talking about how I woke up late, I'd get like 1,000 views and no comments. I want to be like, I don't know, like Mary Skinner type engagement, you know?
Yeah. I think you are on the right trajectory and you've like found your groove with it all. And obviously the last like, I didn't count how many videos, but like a lot of the videos recently have been in like the high 20s. Right?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm excited. And like also I'm just like, because I'm posting about something that my followers now relate to, I get so many more comments. Even if it doesn't get very many views, the comments are just like way more valuable.
Yeah. I love that.
So it's
They're not
exciting.
like, I love Willow.
Yeah. Or does Willow still howl? Where's Willow?
Bring her back.
But like for a whole year, I was so stagnant on TikTok. And now it's finally like, because all like 800,000 of my followers are there because of Willow's a Woos. So like that doesn't mean anything to me. They don't see my content. Really they don't care about shit. And so now I'm like growing again. Yeah. Which is exciting.
I love that. I think it's a really good testament too for like being consistent and like playing around and trying new things, because it's so hard to like be super consistent, especially the way you are on TikTok, and like the production value and like the process that you put into place for that. So it sucks that it does take a period of time, but it's so worth it when you like find your people and your people can find you. And I feel like it sucks that like it does take that amount of time to turn the algorithm and like train it to like bring those people to you. But I feel like now that you have found that, like it's going to be that much more consistent because now the TikTok algorithm knows who to like serve your content to.
Yeah, and it's motivating again. Like I was so unmotivated and now I'm like motivated again to film my whole freaking day from start to finish and whatever, so.
Have you guys seen like when you click on one of your TikTok videos, like it sometimes puts like keywords in the search bar? That's what I love right now. Like it's kind of cool to see like
that is cool
what video you post, like what is it picking up from that video that's then getting sent out to people, because sometimes
mine is always
random.
Introvert meaning.
Introvert. That's really meaning? Funny.
Yeah, maybe I should do a TikTok about what introvert means. So I don't know.
Have you guys gone on Google Trends before?
I used to for like
years
YouTube.
ago.
Yeah.
I wonder what it would say about introvert. What are people searching for introvert?
That's a good
question. Mine says dogs, houses, makeup, get ready with me, enrichment for dogs.
Oh my god, you could be on a Geico commercial. Geico podcast. Introvert commercial.
What?
Yeah.
I have Geico.
Yeah, you should pitch them. It says Geico introvert commercial. Geico introvert commercial actress. Who first defined the terms introvert extrovert?
That's a great question.
World Introvert Day 2023. You should figure out when that day is.
I think we already missed it because I think I Googled it and it was in January.
Oh, shit.
Introvert dog meetup. That's number 10. It's been trending.
Maybe I should make a YouTube video about that. These are really good for YouTube.
No, they're good for TikTok now. TikTok is very SEO based.
Yeah, maybe I should just put those keywords in all of my videos.
You should. What is an introvert person?
Introvert person. Yeah, maybe I should do a video telling everybody what introvert means.
Well, I like that though, because do you feel like Willow's an introverted dog?
No, she's very social.
No.
She's
say you could do something like that, or you could do it like you balance each other out.
Yeah,
sort of thing, like show like the differences.
She makes it easier for me to like go in public because I know she's gonna be the outgoing one, like saying hi to everyone, and I can just like sit back and let her do it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Does she not get scared like in public, like those places? It's like literally only when places where she might hear a motorcycle or something. Yep. Like it's only when just motorcycles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's not afraid of like people. She's afraid of loud noises. Yeah, I understand, but it's kind of annoying because the motorcycle's not going to get you.
That one's a hard one to like train too, because then you have to like find all the motorcycles. Do you ever do like sounds like on YouTube?
I haven't, no.
That's what our trainer was telling us to try out because we're trying to like keep Rosie in place more often to like just chill out.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, play noises on YouTube to like test her.
Yeah, that's smart.
Pretty good.
I don't know if Willow was too smart to know that it's not like really a real sound.
Yeah.
I feel like she'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like you have to just like find different sounds on YouTube and like just test them out because there are some like really, really good ones that sound more realistic.
Yeah.
Maggie, do you have any updates?
I don't know. I feel like a roller coaster of emotion. Like, I feel like one day I'm like, wow, I'm gonna make so much money this year. Like, I got this. Like, things are coming. Like, everything's working out for me. Everything's gonna work out the way I want. Literally the next day, like, everything goes to shit. Like, it's just very up and down. Like, I'm very excited about something, and then, like, things fall through, or then I'm excited about another thing, and I don't know. I just can't. I can't keep myself in that like positive mindset. Like it's like I'm really struggling to, especially with money. Like I'm really struggling having a good financial mindset right now. Like I'm feeling very like.
Yeah.
It makes me want to cry.
I mean,
that's okay. Your
down payment thing. That's like a big chunk of money. That's like almost like this. What is it called? Like this huge mountain that you have to like climb up, and you're like, holy fuck, how am I gonna get there?
Yeah, and it just like kind of sucks because like I did save up 15,000 one time, and then I saved up 10,000, and like those are things I never thought that I could do. Like I've had like maybe $2,000 tops in my bank account, like so that's crazy. But then just the thought of doing it again like seems very difficult, and especially when there's like such a time crunch. And
but you've already done it twice.
You're right.
So you have the evidence, that you can do it.
I think the 5 people that I know of brands that have left their companies is like really messing with me. Like 5 of my good contacts that brought in like thousands and thousands of dollars last year. Like it's just getting me down.
I know, it's fucking scary in this industry.
That is a huge thing that like one of the things like in my like corporate sales job was like having multiple contacts at a company, but it's really hard to do that when you're like so disconnected almost. Like you have like one into a company, and then it's like kind of awkward to be like, hey, who else can I talk to? Like, what else you got going on? Like it's not like just a I mean, I'm sure there are ways, and I'm definitely bound to try and figure them out because I don't want to deal with like losing that many contacts. But it's one of those things that's like you're already trying to like continue the relationship and building with them. So it's like, you know, how do you break out and have additional contacts that you can kind of like keep in touch with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
it kind
already
of
so
seems
much.
if they have one social media person, like a lot of companies do kind of just have like the smaller companies I work with, like one person is kind of in charge of their social media marketing. So I don't know. Like it's like they need to find replacements.
But also they will keep your contact because that new person coming in doesn't have any relationships with anyone.
It's very well possible that all of these might still work out for the best. Like that's the weird thing about it is like I need to have hope and positivity that like
do you have them all on LinkedIn?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
that'll be good so you know like where they go afterwards.
Yeah, and one of them like definitely told me. I think one of them is like leaving social media market, like he's not doing any of that anymore, like different career change. Oh, the other one is moving to a company that has more human brands, and so he told me, he was like, if we have anything dog related, like I'll let you know. And I was like, no, actually, like I do all these other ones, and I sent him all the human brands I've worked with, and he was like, oh, thanks, this is amazing, like I'll definitely
that's good.
these other ones come. Yeah,
that's so really good.
It just feels like freaking whiplash every day.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too with like a lot of these people getting laid off and like not necessarily like fired for like doing a bad job is that the companies are going through like restructuring of their whole like influencer marketing programs. And so it's like you have to almost wait like extra time to like for them to figure out what they're doing next.
Yeah, and I do think January and February is like a lot of brands are doing that anyways. Like the start of the new year, they're just refreshing things.
Yeah, and the budgets are like refreshing too. Like I think a lot of them are just delayed on like when they're getting their budgets. Like there's been probably at least like 5 or 6 brands that have said they're just doing like a lower budget for Q1 and then like Q2 and on they'll have more money. But like a lot of my influencers don't want to like take a bigger hit in Q1 for like, I mean, it's not a huge hit, but it's enough.
Yeah, my manager said that brands are like being very minimal this quarter, but they're going to have a lot of money in the next coming quarters.
Yeah.
That's just like scary.
It's so
like,
hard.
What?
Yeah, that was like a huge thing. That was like one of the things I wanted to talk about too, is just like having the mindset of like the long game and knowing like it's worth it to like continue to like build a relationship, continue to like test out content styles and like do all the work even though it's for like 6 months from now. And that's like a really hard thing to like get yourself to like feel good about and excited about because it's such delayed gratification. But I think that's like one thing I'm trying to like hype myself up about because it sucks to not like, because like some of my deals, like especially for like ski stuff, like we're building relationships this season, but like to get on the roster for next, like we have to wait for next season to like get on their roster and like be considered. So it's really hard to like do all this stuff and push ourselves and like try different things and then like just know it's not really for this year per se. It's all like for next year.
Yeah, you have to learn how to enjoy the journey though, because you're going to get all the things that you want. And once you get them, you're going to be like, wow, like I wish I would have had fun in the process because I got what I was so worried that I wasn't going to get, you know?
Yeah, you're right. And I do believe that. Like, I guess that's like when I'm most delusional, that's like always when I'm most successful, like, and have all these like crazy things that I don't believe. But then, like, there's always, then I go back into that other mindset. It's just like, no, you're not good enough. This isn't going to happen. Like, you should just stop this and go get a waitressing job to be able to make that supplement that money. Like, it's just such like, I don't know. And then it's like the same thing that Devin was saying last week of like, wanting to hire someone, but then like you're thinking like, okay, but if I just spent that extra time that I was on TikTok or something, I could just do that myself. And that's also what I think when I'm like, okay, should I get another job? Like, do I need to do that? Like, that would that be smart for me to go get a job with my degree or like serve a few days a week? And then I think like, but I could spend that time making more money for my business. So it's just like, I don't know.
Well, I will say like, this is, you sound exactly how I felt all last year. And now like I'm finally coming out of that. But like, I don't know. People always say that, like, you start kind of feeling really low right before you pop back up, out
You
of
gotta have
water.
a flop era before a sleigh.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily a flop era, but, like, I don't know, I feel like it's just par for the course. Like, you're gonna pop back up.
Yeah.
And you questioning yourself is a good thing. Like, it means that you're growing.
I think it has a lot to do with Cameron, like, when I genuinely think about it, because, like, if I was by myself paying my own rent, just turned 25, like, all these things that, like, if I'm comparing to my peers and, like, my friends and stuff, I'd be, like, not worried at all. Like, I'd be like, oh, I'm doing great. Like, I will start saving for a house. I wouldn't be able to buy a house this year, but, like, I would feel fine about my life. But, like, it's because he's doing so well that I, like, just want to be doing as well, if not better. Like, I wish that I could make double him and he could just be a stay-at-home dad. Like, I would love to do that. Like, but it makes me feel like I can't ever, like, compare. And I used to make more money than him, and I was, like, always the sugar mama, and, like, I don't like being in the opposite position.
Yeah. The thing is, though, like, with social media, have you seen, like, a lot of people's trajectories just of, like, okay, this year it was, like, 20,000, next year it's, like, 50,000, and then it skyrockets to, like, 200,000.
Yeah, that's how mine was.
True.
Yeah. So I feel like that's going to be, like, you, especially with, like, all the different things that you have going on, and the, like, almost, like, how much fun you have creating content, especially
that's what's
for brands.
annoying. Like, that's why I'm like, I'm having so much fun. Like, I'm, like, loving everything. I'm so excited about doing everything. And then so I'm like, that's why it's making me feel shitty.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Could you
like,
do more longer. Like, could you spend more time, like, just pitching for right now? Like,
I think I need
putting pause on, like, some of the other things just to kind of ramp up.
But then
it's like your building era.
But then I'm like, should I pause pitching to do more workshops or one-on-one sessions or anything like that where I could get money more immediately, like, from people and focus on Dog Mom Club and not pitch for a little? Like, it's very hard for me to prioritize what I should spend my time doing to be able to make the most money, I guess. Thank you for this therapy session. I really appreciate it. I have a new mindset. I feel more positive.
Should we go over, like, what things we think are working and what's not working, like, currently for us?
Well, I just did, so you guys can go.
Or, like, ins and outs. What's in, what's out?
What's in? Posting all of your content to all the platforms.
I wish that was easier.
I wish you could do a one, like, if they had a, like, program where you could post it on one, like, kind of like Anchor, like how we could just post it once and then it just distributes out to everywhere.
Yeah,
that would be
there are platforms for that, but, like, I think you have to, like, pay for them all,
and then it doesn't probably transfer, like, perfectly the way you want.
Yeah, actually, my new realization with TikTok and Instagram, I totally agree if you're trying to grow a new audience to post all of your TikToks to Instagram and whatnot. But, like, I just feel like my audiences are too different. And, like, I don't know, Instagram is so different from TikTok. So, like, if I have a post that is 3 tips for not feeling awkward when you go to lunch by yourself, my Instagram post is going to be like a video with music and text tips, whereas my TikTok video is going to be me talking to the camera and telling you my 3 tips. Because, like, on TikTok, people want to see someone talking to the camera, and on Instagram they don't.
Yeah. My other thing too, like, have you thought about, like, just repurposing the same thing? Like, so say, for instance, like, one of your videos is, like, you talking to the camera and doing the tips, and then the next video is, like, you doing something, and then, like, the tips just kind of, like, pop up.
Yeah,
but,
like it would be the exact same. Yeah.
And then just, like, kind of different
see which one does better.
Yeah, actually, I think I might try that.
It's like, for me, this is, like, one of my strategies for, like, my working dog mama is, like, repurposing things in, like, multiple ways so that they can, like, reach different people, and, like, people can, like, depending on how they learn, they'll, like, resonate with them more. So, like, I know my longer talking videos are not gonna probably reach that many people, but, like, maybe my carousel post will.
I love your longer talking videos. Those are my favorite videos of yours.
But they don't always like
because
perform
not
that well.
everybody,
perform
if
the
they
worst,
aren't
but-
if people who come across your video don't know who you are and that you provide value, they're not gonna sit for the long haul and listen to that story or video. So that's why you have to have a mixture. You have to have the short clips that are going to like build trust with new people. And then you also have to have the long talking to camera clips so that the people who already have that trust from you and want more from you have that as well.
Yeah. But I'm going to like do the same. Like I'm having my like content manager like basically take my talking videos and take my points from them and then just use a bunch of B-roll footage that I gave him to like put like pop the same tips just like popping up on the screen.
Yeah,
Smart.
that's
so then
perfect.
it's like easier for it to reach, like the value is easier to reach a broader audience than just whoever wants to listen to me talk.
I love that. I've also like with my vlogs been doing them in like 3 different ways, like one where I'm talking to the camera, one where I'm like doing a voiceover, and then another one where it's just like B-roll.
You did a great loop the other day. I forget what it was, but it was
I can't remember what it is either. Thank you. But yeah, you can use the same topic or thing and do it over and over in a different way, which is in.
My one question is like, how do you feel about the like no sound and like talking to the camera and like
on Instagram?
I feel like
both?
Those are so much harder.
Wait,
or
no
even easier
sound
for
and
you.
talking to the camera?
Yeah, like the ones where you're just like, I think you title them like timestamps with original audio or something.
Oh, I like those.
Are those easier for you or?
Mm-hmm.
How the hell do you? It took me so much fucking effort to film like a 2-day in the lives. Like, how do I do this better? How do I
The trick is not filming it all. The trick is turning it on for 30 seconds and then.
But how do you remember to turn it on?
Oh, I don't have that problem when I do day lives.
I have such a problem. I cannot fucking remember.
You
I'm like,
just don't remember.
Oh shit! I just poured my coffee.
Oh, I do that. Sometimes I'm like, tomorrow I'm gonna do a morning in my life, and then like I'm having breakfast, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. I think the thing that has helped me with those types of things is like knowing what shots look good and are easy. Because like I shoot my coffee the exact same way every time. And I think it looks good that way. So like I shoot a new coffee mug. Like I'm not like purposing yesterday's coffee, but like just knowing, okay, this angle is good for when I'm doing this. I like this for when I'm taking my retainers out. I like this for when I'm doing this, you know? So the more you do it, but yeah, you have to remember to do it.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. I'm glad that you said like there are like you know the shots. It's not like you're trying to like figure it out.
No, yeah,
maybe you
I
could
know
set
exactly.
reminders on your phone or something throughout the day.
Bitch, you're supposed to be filming.
I know. I should do that. Hey, did you film your breakfast? Water.
You better make it again.
I know. It is easier to have like Joe film me. Like do it for me. I like even have him just like go over my like behind me and he like goes over my arms.
Oh my god, you're so lucky.
That is so nice. What the hell?
It's so much easier than trying to like because I just get so fed up with the fucking tripod and I'm like I give up.
I know.
It's just not happening.
Tripods are annoying.
That's why I love the Octobuddy thing. Like it actually is so helpful
I know.
in a lot of situations.
Does it go to does it stick to the wall?
Only flat surfaces, so like not my painted
If it's
wall.
like shiny enough. Like I feel like none of our walls are like shiny, but like my doors are kind of painted with shiny paint and it will stick to my doors.
Okay.
What or about, like my cabinets.
Have you seen those like flip stick ones?
I did just see that
with the sticky pad or whatever.
Yeah. I'm curious how effective those are. I don't know that I would actually.
I feel like the sticky would stop being sticky. Like the cool thing about this Octobuddy is that it's like a suction cup. It's not like requiring anything to stay sticky.
It's sticky on. That makes sense.
That's true.
I've had mirror mounts that like are supposed to stay sticky and they don't, so they just fall off after a while.
Yeah, I don't like those ones.
Maybe I should try something like that, but especially just for like in the bathroom. That's
exactly.
Yeah,
that's
because like I like doing my like
helpful.
morning routines and stuff with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like Dev said, the audio is kind of like quieter.
When it's up against a mirror, for some reason, it like makes the
Maybe
sound
like
sound like
echoey
you're
or
inside of
something?
a cup or something. Yeah, it's shitty.
I'm gonna work up to like original audio. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna do it, but we'll we'll work on filming more often.
Work on remembering.
I think that the reason I like the like testing out some of the vlog style is because I think it helps tie like me as a whole person together, especially like on my Rosie and Britt content where it's like I do have so many different interests and things that I have going on. So it's like if I can share the vlog, then you can see like all different facets of me in one place and connect the dots versus like, oh, she's doing ski today, she's doing cocktails today, she's doing this today. Like that's all part of me, but like I think having a vlog is able to show that a little bit more clearly.
Vlogs are very in. I don't want to oversaturate the market and tell everybody to start doing vlogs, but like I mean, that's what everybody wants to see these days, or at least me. Like,
but like have vlogs, like vlogs have always been in. Like it just is the style
but
of
people
vlog.
are just now
like it's like they were in on YouTube a certain way, like where it was really like aesthetic looking vlogs, and then it became more just like real talking to the camera. Like like people love vlogs because it's seeing into somebody's real life.
Yeah, and I like any style. I think just make that your niche. Like do vlogs and just like mess around with the different styles. Like there are so many different ways you can share what you're doing. And also when you're vlogging, it doesn't have to be all day long. It could be like I'm vlogging my breakfast, or like I'm vlogging taking my dog to the park. Like just pick out a snippet of your life, so then you don't have to remember all day to film yourself. But like people just I don't know. I think vlogs are so fun.
Yeah.
I love them.
I think I just have to practice them more.
Yeah.
Just like anything. Out is not setting boundaries and like not setting communication boundaries. That is out.
It's always out.
I think for you.
I have trouble setting them, but like I think it's one of the things that drains me the most about like what my boundaries are with like communication and like access to me. And
do you put your phone on do not disturb?
No, it's just like always on silent, so I can kind of ignore it if I am not around it.
But like silent where it still vibrates?
No.
Oh, like you don't
silent
get notifications?
I get the like pop-up notifications.
Because
I have a lot of my notifications off.
Like even if people are reaching out to me, like if I don't see them, it's like it doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tried turning off my text notifications one time, and I missed like a lot. You guys were like talking about something important, and I like missed it, and I was like, oh fuck. And Joe like hates it when my text notifications are off, because I don't think you can like just do it with like one person.
You can.
Mm-hmm.
If you can set up like there's different do not disturb, so like there's personal, working, blah blah blah, so like you can set up your personal like customizations. So like I have that, like my parents or Cameron or whatever will still come through when I'm working, or like emergency calls or things like that. You can pick who.
I need to try that.
There are so many cool ways you can set boundaries with your iPhone, but like they take time and effort to set them up and to like be good. Like I have you've been on TikTok for 2 hours, time to stop thing, but I always dismiss it every freaking time. Remind me tomorrow. I don't know why I don't just take it off, because it just like.
Do you have the in-app one on? I think the in-app one on TikTok is really, really good.
No, I just have the iPhone one.
You should do the one in the app, because it like that one actually jars me out of my life.
Oh, really? I just have the people that pop up and it's like, you should take a break.
I'm like, fuck you.
I have it for 10 minutes and then it pops up on me.
Oh, to stop scrolling?
Dude, if it's 20 minutes, you are lost. But if it's 10 minutes, it'll kind of like snap you out of it.
Huh. But if I'm going on TikTok, like I'm going to scroll for more than 10 minutes. Like I don't go just on TikTok in the day.
But then it does it like every 10 minutes. So it's like,
you're like, shit.
You know, you've hit it like 3 times and you're like, oh, okay, it's time to get off.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah. I like it a lot better than the Instagram one.
I've never used that either.
Yeah. So I have like double control. I have like the Apple one telling me to get off, and then TikTok telling me to get off. I've also been trying to drink a gallon of water a day.
Ooh.
And it's kind of hard.
That would make me have to pee all day.
I know, but I do think I feel better.
Sometimes I wonder, like, do you ever just think about, like, if you actually lived your life 100% perfectly and worked out every day and got great sleep and drank enough water and took vitamins, like, how you'd feel?
It'd be boring. It would just be boring. There'd be no drama. You couldn't tell people that you were tired.
That's true.
How exhausted I am. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'd feel better. It's one of those things, though, like, I think it's so easy to be addicted to feeling shitty. And I think food is obviously, like, a really big thing that, like, contributes to mood and, like, overall feeling. And food is, like, one of the most addictive things.
Yeah, and so something that really you go to when you're in certain moods, like celebration or when you're sad or whatever.
Yeah. Also, like, sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, I'll, like, piggyback on a different emotion. Like, oh, I'm in a bad mood today. I'm gonna not do anything all day. Like,
yeah,
that gets dangerous too. Like, oh, I'm tired today, but then I'm tired all week, you know? And it's like, I use it as an excuse to not work out or to not get shit done.
We've been calling things, like, everything is like a noodle, but, like, a noodle day is, like, where you're just, like, not feeling, like, 100%. And it doesn't even have to be, like, that you're sad or anything. It's just, like, you're just feeling like a noodle.
I like that.
That's not about Noodle the Pug?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's why you were saying that. Like a no bones day.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. No bones day. Yeah.
It's like, it's just like a noodle day where you're just kind of like not feeling like 100%. You're not feeling like bad necessarily.
That's genuinely 85% of my days.
I know.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Is that it's like if Joe or I wake up and I'm like, I just feeling very noodly today. Like, I just don't know what to do. And then, yeah. But there's a lot of days that feel just like a noodle day.
So you really have to embrace the days where you don't feel like a noodle.
Yes. So I'm like,
because we're always living for that day where you feel like,
I know.
Yes.
100%. I also keep phasing in and out of my like walking, but I definitely like sleep better, and I definitely feel more focused and like not like gross, even if I'm just like walking and scrolling on my phone.
That's nice. Yeah,
it's just like
smart.
It just makes me feel way better than like sitting in my bed or like sitting on the couch or something.
What is the temperature outside?
Oh, this is like in my walking pad.
Oh,
in my house. Yeah.
I see.
The temperature though, like in Denver right now.
Like, is there like snow on the ground in your backyard?
It's mostly melted. But that's the thing that I love is we have like a really mild winter, at least currently, like in Denver. It's 47 today.
Oh.
And tomorrow it's supposed to be 51. Thursday it's supposed to be 34. Friday it's 51. So it's like super mild, but then we like just drive into the mountains, have snow, and it's just sunny and beautiful.
Wow.
Feels like spring here for me.
Lucky.
Yeah, it does kind of feel a little like spring.
I think we have like false springs all the time. So like we're having one right now, but like it's definitely gonna snow in the next few months. But like it's like it's a pretend spring.
Enjoy it while it's here.
Yeah, exactly. I think something that's in for me, or that I'm preaching to people lately, is to share your insecurities. Because I feel like that's obviously like the hardest thing to do ever.
That's how you share your insecurities. Connect. That's literally how come I'm going viral on TikTok.
Exactly. Like that's any success that I've ever had is when I've opened up or talked about any insecurity or feeling that I have. And I think like when I talk to people who are afraid to post or afraid to do certain things, it's always because they're insecure about their body, or they're insecure about the way they look, or the things they say, or their voice, or all of those things. And I feel like if you're insecure about your body, like you can make a lot of videos about the way that you feel about your body, and people will relate to that. And being scared to film their bodies way more than they would relate to you coming on the camera and being like, I'm so hot, blah, blah, blah. Like,
totally
showing off your body. Like,
how did you get like comfortable like sharing it in a way that's going to connect? Like, do you just not like overthink the process of sharing the insecurity?
I think I've honestly, like, being friends with you guys and stuff, I've learned just how much open of a person I am. Like, I didn't realize that I thought I was a pretty closed off person. But I do think that I maybe am just a very open person, and like my friendships are very open, and like maybe because they've been so, like, a lot of my friends I've had since I was very little, so maybe it's just very open communication and stuff. But I was always too scared to until I had Finn's account. So it was something about all of those people not seeing it that made it fine, and then getting reassurance that other people were the same as me, because like I never met any of my real friends or people in real life that struggled with the same things that I was feeling.
Yeah. I guess I just need to figure out like the delivery of like how I want to share it. And maybe I do like overthink it too much. Like where I'm like, oh, it has to sound a certain way.
Yeah, because like you even want to sound like eloquent when you're sharing, like.
Yeah, and it's like it doesn't like, but why? I guess like on stories sometimes I get in those moods where like I just can like freely talk about it. But there's a lot of things that just like hold me back. And I know it's like a huge like fear of judgment and getting like negative backlash or just like not being seen as professional.
That's what I was trying to explain to you, though. That's what my worry was, is because I feel like I'm so open that I wouldn't be as seen as professional. But you literally told me, no, they'll think of you more as a professional because they know you more.
Yeah.
That's what
but
you
it's
told
so
me.
hard for me to like I have my moments, but it's also really hard for me to do that like on a regular basis unless I've like processed something. Like I process it and then I share about it. And I don't think that's necessarily wrong for me, but I also do want to share more like in the moment of the insecurity.
Because when people go through, like, say you go through a really hard depression and like you really struggled for a year or something, and then you get healed and you come back and you're feeling on top of the world, and then you're like, I was really depressed last year, and like share the whole story, it's definitely still helpful to people, and it's like they can see that that you can come out on the other side. Like, so it's not that it's not going to be helpful to them, but I do think that like sharing like more in the moment helps people see more that they're not alone, rather than like, oh well, she's already fine now. Like,
yeah, I like that perspective a lot.
Kind of like, it's like weight loss journeys and things. Like my friend who's a like fitness influencer, like, it's kind of the same way about your body. Like if you're showing when you've already gotten skinny and stuff and not sharing the whole process, then it's like people don't like that as much. Like they want to see, because they don't relate to that. They relate to you struggling with your food and your exercise and everything.
That's so true. I told my personal trainer, like there's a couple of girls I followed, and I followed them because they like had documented their whole journey of where they were at in, you know, their process, whether it was like the mental side of things. I need to figure it out. I don't know why it's like so hard for me. It's like
for me, I'll like journal it.
Yeah.
I do it in the moment. I have to be like depressed.
You're very good.
I journal it out. So like I either voice memo or type out all my feelings on my notes pad, and then I'm able to turn that into something to share. Because then that way it goes through my filter. I can like make sure it sounds how I want it to sound, I guess. But like it's still coming from an actual vulnerable moment.
I love that. I actually did that the other day. I like had this moment and I wrote down a whole thing and I was like, oh, I could turn this into a voiceover or something.
Yeah, and it's like therapy. Yeah. It's therapeutic.
It is.
I really like that.
Do you think people will like hate on you? Like, do you think people will like slide into your DMs or something, or like?
No, I just think that like people are gonna be like, oh, you don't have it all figured out, so like why would I?
No, like, nobody's. Oh, well, so I don't know. I guess it's what you're.
It depends what you're struggling, I guess. Yeah. But I like being open about that it's too, like about brand things, or like if something falls through or whatever, like I'm fine sharing that because I want to show people that like the whole behind the scenes, and that it's not just as simple as like this is what you're getting, because if they're actually wanting to like do it as a career, they should know like just because you're insecure about certain things or certain things fall through, or you might have some negatives, like that doesn't mean that you're not successful.
I have like so much positive proof that like being vulnerable and like sharing things like is beneficial. Like I remember like very distinctly on a couple coaching calls sharing like when things didn't go right and people are like, oh, they don't go right for you. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like they don't go right for like everyone. But
that
it was
is
like
way more powerful.
Because then
I know,
when you're
but it was
teaching
like
people,
so hard to like.
I know.
I was like,
it's hard to take your own advice.
Yeah.
Even
but
when
then
you know,
people like say people hire you or whatever, or like they're working with you and they take brand deal boss or something, and you share something like that. To me, that would show me, oh, she's still successful even though she's having these mini failures.
And you're not selling a load of bullshit.
Yeah, because if I was trying and attempting what you told me and I was getting those failures myself and thinking that you had it all figured out and you weren't experiencing any of that, then I'd be like, oh shit, like, I'm really failing. I'm not doing as good as she is whatsoever. But like, if they know those like little tiny things, then it would help.
Totally.
I like that.
Yes.
I think I could get caught up in like the perception of myself, and then like I have been really good about not following certain people like on Instagram, but TikTok kind of sends me into a hole because of course like I might save like one video and then it just sends me like 30 of the same type of video, and I'm like, fuck, I don't need to see all of that. But it's all of course like the biggest things being like
you know what I'm gonna say?
What are you gonna say?
She's gonna say, check that following tab.
Bitch, go to your following tab and watch the people that you follow.
I don't know how. I need to maybe sift through my following tab then.
I do too.
It doesn't do it for me.
I only follow like 100 people or something on TikTok. I looked at that the other day. I was like, oh, I don't follow anyone. Maybe that's why.
That's your problem.
Too many people.
Yeah, you need to go through and unfollow people that you don't like. Only follow people that you want to see, because Brittany, you're always searching people in your search bar. Oh yeah, I want to see what so-and-so is doing today. Just follow the people that you want to see, and then you can just scroll your following tab and see what they're doing today. It's much easier.
But I love binge watching the videos. You know? Like I love being like, okay, let's go to JC, and then I'm like, okay, let's go. And then I'm like, okay, let's see what Ken's doing.
You know, I may never understand the psyche of today's TikTok viewers.
I don't know. That's a good point though.
Your following tab is in. Using the following tab.
That's funny.
I think you'll make it happen eventually, Dev.
It's a goal that you should aspire to, because it's really nice when you get sick of like seeing the same shit, because the TikTok algorithm has been so weird lately that if you stop and watch one video, it's going to show you 4 of the same videos in a row. Like lately my thing has been the Netflix not scandal, but you know how Netflix is trying to stop people use the password sharing. If I stop and watch one person's take on this Netflix thing, I get 4 back-to-back Netflix videos. And that was what was happening with White Lotus. Like, I don't understand why.
Guys, I thought I was getting a lot of wedding things before I got engaged. It is bad. Like, every single video ever is about wedding shit. And I'm like, that's
why you gotta curate your following tab so that when you get sick of that, you can just go to your little comfort place and just watch your favorite creators. I'm telling you. Like, God, I can lead the horse to water, but I can't make it drink.
We all rotate trying to lead each other to the water, and then like one day the light bulb just goes on. You're gonna hear me bet like in April I'm gonna be like, my following tab on TikTok is so good.
That's what's fun though about the podcast. Just like we can like go back and look at like fully how we were feeling like a year ago at certain times, or like different opinions that we had that changed. It's pretty cool.
I do like that.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I feel a lot more positive now about work.
There's a lot more things that are in than out, and we could probably go on and on all day, but I feel like we should not.
Yeah. I am loving our community on Facebook, so make sure you join. if you haven't already.
I can't make the statement that Facebook groups are in at the moment, but I am very happy about the community.
Brittany's Facebook groups are in. Not all Facebook groups, just the ones that she created.
Just as me.
Cool. Well, this was a good episode. It went off on many tangents.
As most of them do.
We just needed you to like start sobbing like Alicia Marie.
I was almost about to start crying, and then
you should have
me out of it.
because then we could have like promoted it like that one episode of Pretty Basic where she just cried the whole time. Okay, cool.
Just like call us when you're in an emotional mood, and we'll just
hop on.
Okay, hop on real quick.
Okay, cue the tears.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We love you very much. Make sure you leave us a review. Follow us everywhere. And join our Facebook community. Really.
Yes.
That's your number one priority. We have like not as many people in the Facebook group as we have listeners. So I better see the amount of listeners that we have in that Facebook group. And
invite your friends too.
Yeah. Send them our
because
podcast.
We're all friends. So glad that we're friends. We all are interconnected.
I'm really one thing I am really excited for, just like before we finish, is being able to like connect people in different cities that are like-minded and part of the community. So be able to be like, hey, like if you're from Austin, like I'm gonna be in Austin, like let's do a meetup. Or
dude, yeah, that's what I love. Like the scrubbing in groups and the lady gang groups. Like when there's like literally 30,000 people in the group, then they have like an Austin scrubbing in group. They have like different groups and different meetups, and like it just connects so many people in different areas.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we need more, please.
Yep.
Yes,
we'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.